Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video I am doing a hair tutorial for the first time, so we'll see how this goes. I'm by no means an expert on hair or anything like that, but I did have a request to do this video from Ellie. She's one of my workmates, so hi Ellie if you're watching. So for this tutorial today I'm going to be using my GHD Creative Curl Wand. I had to look up the name of this because I couldn't remember what it was called, but it's the one obviously that tapers down to a point. I've had this for over a year now and I love it. Every time I want to curl my hair, this is what I use, and I find it works really well. And I get 3 or 4 days out of my curls when I use this, so it is amazing. So as you can see, my hair is quite long and very straight naturally. So the first thing I like to do is just take my Tangle Teaser and just brush my hair so it's nice and smooth when I go to curl it. I did wash my hair yesterday as well. I do find with my hair, if I wash my hair on the same day I'm going to curl it, I can actually do that. I know a lot of people can't because their hair will just fall and drop, but my hair seems to work fine if I want to curl it the same day I've washed it. First of all, I just brush it and then I section it off, and all I do is sort of start out right in behind my ears and just create a section, not too big, and then I just kind of go like so, and then just tie this part here up and out of my way. That's all I do, just section off my hair, and then I just keep this extra bit just hanging out of the way, and then I bring my sections to the front and I split the area into 2 so I have half on each side. So for product, I have already used the Bumble Hairdresser's Invisible Oil Primer when my hair was damp. After I got out of the shower, I always spray this through. It's a really good detangler, but it's also a heat protection. And then I also use the Bumble Repair Blow Dry, and this here also has heat and UV protection as well. Those are the 2 main ones that I use. And then I sometimes use this GHD style curl hold spray. I find this stuff really good. The only thing that is annoying is that the nozzle sometimes gets clogged and I can't get any product out. I think it's working okay at the moment because I used it just the other day. So I just spray some of that in my hair, just a little bit because I don't want it to be wet, and then brush that through once again. The GHD comes with this sexy little glove, so I always put that on because even with this on I still manage to burn myself. So now my GHD is heating my curler. So this wand gets up to a temperature of 185 degrees, so you want to be super careful with it. I have been known to burn myself, so just be very careful. Then I just start out at the front of my hair and I take a small section, and then I take my GHD curler and I usually curl it away from my face, if that makes sense, and I wrap the hair right around the curler and then I leave it on there. I usually count to about 20, but sometimes my counting is quite fast as well, so I wouldn't say it'll be 24 seconds. Sometimes if you hold your hair you can feel how hot the hair gets. You don't need it to be super duper hot, and then you just pull the curler out. I love this one because it doesn't have one of those clamps. It's really easy to use. I usually hold my hair for a few seconds just so that it has time to set, because when it's still got its heat in there it's still setting while it cools, and then you can remove it and then you've got a beautiful ringlety curl. I always do brush my curls out, but I wait till the very end to do that. Majority of the time when I'm curling my hair, I generally will go all the same way. So I know lots of people change it up and so curl one section away from the face and then next section towards the face kind of thing, but I tend to curl all of my hair back. It gives a much different look if you do it the other way. I find if I curl my hair like this, it does look a little bit more pretty. I don't know how to describe it, but it just looks different. It's more messy the other way, which is cool, like if that's the look you're going for. And then once again I just pull out the hair and then hold it and then let it drop. So then now we've got our final section of hair on the side. I might show you from the back just so you can see, hopefully. And then so that's that area done. On the other side, all I do on this side is do the exact same thing. So take a small section of hair, hold the wand down, and then just wrap it around like that. That's all I really do. I just do the exact same thing on this side, and then I do section by section. So I'll finish off this section and then I'll show you how I would section off the next bit. Okay, so now we've got that part done. So always look out for any straight bits, because as you can see, there's one here, and you don't want to leave any parts straight, otherwise it looks silly in your curly hair. I just would take this little section here and just curl it the exact same way. Because this is so small, you don't need to spend much time. The section is a lot thinner. It's going to heat it way quicker. So that is all I do for my first section. So then when I've got my first section all curled and completed, I always take some hairspray. So I use the Bumble Classic hairspray. This stuff's awesome because it has a good hold, but it doesn't make your hair feel crunchy. I don't like crunchy hair. I like my hair to be nice and soft and smooth and workable, and to still keep shine to it. So I kind of move this flippy bit out of the way and then just spray the curls with the hairspray. You can spray as much or as little as you like. The hairspray is so disgusting when it gets in your mouth. And then so I would just section off my next area. Once again, I just take my hair tie out, because before we just took it just above the ear. I would usually then go a little bit higher, so maybe like just above the brows, and then taking that back. When you're sectioning, you want to kind of bring it straight back, because you don't want to leave yourself with a huge big area at the back to do last, because that's just really annoying. And when I've got my second section, I just take the curl hold spray again. But yeah, I don't like the sprayer on this. It doesn't spray very evenly and it kind of gets jammed. I have had it for a long time, but yeah, it is annoying when this happens. Anyway, so kind of got that sprayed on. Then I would take my brush again and brush that section with this little bit here that I always get at the front. I usually take that with this section rather than the bottom section. So I just take that little bit just in front of the ear, and then once again curl away from my face. It gets so hot at the bottom of the curler, so you have to be really careful. This bottom part here doesn't get hot, but I do find it hard to like make sure you're holding your hair down at that part of it. I just do the exact same thing, so there's no point in boring you. I'll just zoom through this part. And I'll just turn around so you can see it like that. The good thing with this GHD curler as well is that sometimes you'll accidentally hit the on-off button, but it doesn't actually turn off, which is so good because it's so easy to accidentally touch it, and it'd be annoying if you just accidentally turned off your curler all the time. But you can see how that light there glows blue. It only turns off if you hold it down, and it will always make that noise. And then it makes the noise as well to start back up. That's one benefit of this curler that I really like. I know that I do curl differently on both sides, but in the end it all works out. You wouldn't be able to tell final product. All looks perfectly normal. We're nearly there. Come out! I would definitely recommend brushing out the top section just so you get less frizz. So I take my front section of hair. So then for the top section, I usually apply the barrel like this way, like a little bit up, just to get some volume at the root, I guess. So I always do try and get my curl as close to the root as I possibly can. My curler, I mean. Please excuse my roots in this video, by the way. I am due to get my hair coloured in a couple of weeks. So then once again we have our hair perfectly curled on the side, but then you can see the dreaded straight bits. So now we've got this side done and I look like Goldilocks. pretty and bouncy. So now we're looking really good and nice and bouncy curls. So you could just leave it like this if you wanted to. I feel like this is very like country music style. The big curls. It does look really pretty, but I usually will brush through the curls. So I usually brush the top section as well just to smooth it. And I just take my tangle teaser and just brush through really gently. And I don't usually like to brush every single curl, just some of them, just to create more of a smooth kind of a look. So you can see because I curl my hair all in the same way, the curls kind of all roll and sit together. So that's why some people don't like to curl their hair all the same way, so they don't like it to all go into one kind of curl, but I don't mind that. So I'll just do the same on the other side. And then my final step, and I always do this, I use a hair oil. So this is the Redken All Soft Argan Oil. I've had this for so long, it's probably due to be thrown out because I've had it for ages. We don't use much of them, and they usually come in a big size, so I find that they last for ages. But yeah, I always load up my hair with hair oil. I just load up my hands with hair oil and just kind of distribute it through the curls. And I find that from brushing the hair sometimes it can lose some of the shine and the definition of every curl, so putting the oil through it just helps to give that beautiful shine back to the hair. So you can see because of the shape of the curling wand, it does sort of this curl start here and then they become more wavy and more curly at the bottom. So it definitely gives you a very specific type of curl and probably the way that I curl it. You can run your hands through as well if you don't like to brush it. So yeah, that is the final look. So I hope you enjoyed my first hair tutorial. Hope you learned something new, and if you're thinking about getting the GHD curler, I would highly recommend it. I love it. I've had other curlers before, but nothing has curled my hair as fast as this curler does. I just love the effect and the look that this curler gives me. It's very, very glamorous. I usually do my hair like this if I'm going out for a night out or anything like that, or if I just want to look a little bit extra fancy. Every time I do it, I get heaps of compliments. So thank you all so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. Please comment if there's any videos that you would like to see, as this one was a request. And thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!